One of the challenges that I think a lot of entrepreneurs run into is just getting started. For some reason, we all have this huge fear in front of us of just taking the first step. Sometimes we disguise it in, I don't know what that first step is. And really, the first step is just get going. If you have an idea for an app, well, go learn how to build the app. We exist in this day and age with Lovable and Claude Code and all these amazing AI tools that really let you build from scratch. I talk to young kids that are 16, 18 years old fairly often, believe it or not. They're like, I have this idea for an app. What do you think? I'm like, it's great. You should build it. They come back a month later and they have an MVP. Got another friend building something super cool in the AI space, doing some things with MCP servers that I'm not going to spoil any of his details, but it's just pretty darn cool. And he's figured it out all by himself. He's been building it for a few months. We're in this reality where gone are the days that you could hide behind this fear of, I don't know how to get started. Either just get started or don't. Get out of bed and build something or don't. And so this video is all about that, is how do we get going? Well, first of all, I would say for me, you need some kind of external motivator. What's your why? To peel from Simon Sinek a little bit, what is the reason why you're wanting to go and build this thing? A lot of us love to dream. A lot of us want to be an entrepreneur, but we don't know how to get started. Hey there, my name is Wes Spencer, and I am an entrepreneur. I've built multiple companies, been involved in them that have been built and sold. I was the co-founder of a cybersecurity company called Perch that was acquired way back in 2020. I've started a new company called Empath. We're now over $1 million in revenue, and we are a software company with 27 employees at this point in time. I just want to share with you, it's nothing that I've done that's super difficult to do. The barrier to entry is not any harder than being willing to get started. It doesn't mean the beginnings are easy, but the beginnings, in fact, the beginnings are super hard. I'll cover that in another video. But the reality is you got to find your why. And I have a why. I know why I'm doing it. It's not just to make untold riches. The reality is a lot of entrepreneurs just flatly aren't. But they give you freedom. It gives you capacity to build and create, to inspire, to bring others in, to carve a new territory. There's so many reasons why I love to be an entrepreneur. In other videos, I'll cover that, but you gotta find your why. To get over the fear of getting started, you've got to find, why am I doing this? Once you figure that out, it becomes so much easier to take those next steps, to learn the things that you don't know so you can start to build. So again, going back to this, if you don't know how to build and code, well, those excuses are gone. Everything you need is out there to get going, so get started on it. So this is, I think, one of the big challenges that people have is they're just afraid to get started. So after you find your why, I would then start to look and have an honest conversation about, why am I afraid to get going with this? Is it fear of failure? For most people, the answer is yes. Is it fear of the unknown? Well, join the club. Is it fear of how am I going to make this work to provide for my family if I have one, or to be able to make it when I could be just clocking in, working for the man, making money? Well, yeah, that's again something you'll have to get through. So if you find the why, it'll be easier to attack the fears that exist because your why should overcome the fears of getting started. The great thing about being an entrepreneur is that anybody can learn as they go forward. It doesn't require this magic sauce. It doesn't require going to an Ivy League. It doesn't mean that you have to go through Y Combinator. These days, none of those things need to matter. Some of the most successful people I know dropped out of high school, never made it to college. So education is something you can learn on your own. It's not that it's not important. You can get it in other ways. So I just wanted to say this in this video, that it's much easier to get started than you think, but we have to find our why. We have to understand where our fears are and assault those fears aggressively to address them as real, but then find ways to get through it and build anyway. Those, I think, are the two keys to getting going. And I want to know from you. Leave a comment down below. What's your greatest fear? What's holding you back? What's preventing you from going in the direction that you want to go? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. Let me know. I hope this has been helpful. My name is Wes Spencer. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm going to use this channel to have all kinds of fun talking about things I love. And I'll also be covering a lot more about my own company and what we're building and what struggles we're going through as just a video outlet for me to be able to share with the world what's going on, what's working, and what's not. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Thanks.